Welcome everybody to round number 3. Our record is currently 1-1 with the Jund value fit list you see before you. Let's go ahead and find an opponent. The last match we played was against the Lurin. I think it's winnable, but the first match we were not able to stop them after their Lurin came down. Let's see what our opponent this time is doing. Okay, Zienko. Not familiar with their username. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, this hand it's fine. Lacks the punch we usually look for in an opening hand, but I think we'll keep it. So they did mulligan. Leading on island after a mulligan. First guess, show and tell. Second guess, miracles. Ponders consistent with any of those. Could be storm. I'm leaning towards show and tell because of the mulligan. We don't have a lot of context yet. Let's see what we get. Okay, Abrupt Decay is fine. Just gonna play our Deathrite Shaman. So far we're representing elves. That would be a reason not to. I mean, Wooded Foothills fetch Bayou would also likely represent elves. Okay, Preordain means that we are likely facing a combo deck. Either going to be Show and Tell or Storm. I'm still leaning towards Show and Tell. And that just about confirms it. So at this point, so they're digging. My guess is they have one half of the combo and they're trying to find the other piece. I think it's unlikely that they would have kept the 6-card hand without one of the combo pieces, although if there was multiple cantrips, it's still probably fine. We don't really have any disruption for their combo, unfortunately. We might be wanting to do something like firing off this Pulse of Murasa a little early. I still haven't played a fetch land. So I'm thinking that's going to be up to us to make use of this Deathrite Shaman. So now the question becomes, so I think what we want to do, I think we're just going to hold this up. We don't really have any good plays, so we're not really clocking them or anything. What we'd really like to see is a Reclamation Sage some point before they show and tell. But I don't think we have that kind of time. Because I think they're doing it right now. So they have the Omniscience. That's unfortunate. Do they have the Emrakul? They do. And now the part where I've got to think, do I actually have any outs at this point? I don't think so. I'm willing to just concede to that. Possible I didn't even want to put the tracker in. Okay, so similar. So we're going to cut all our vets. We want Deathrite Shamans and Carpet of Flowers to be our ramp. Trinity to Eternity is going to be slow. We want Golgari Charm for the Omniscience. And we want creatures that... we want things that create a trigger when they enter the battlefield. I think something like Vraska and Chandra are going to be too slow. Deluge is not where I want to be. Deed is also probably not where I want to be. Just because things like Omniscience are just way too big. We want to bring in our Thoughtseizes. Abrupt Decay is not doing us any good. So things like the Eternal Witness, the Sage, and the Nissa. Obviously, the Sage gives us the trigger we want, but the other two, or the Regisaur, or the Thragtusk, all of these things that put triggers on the stack gives us a chance to respond to the Omniscience by blowing it up with the Golgari Charm. It's a little narrow, but it's something we're going to play too. Fatal Push is pretty bad. So I guess we can bring in some Surgicals. This is probably fine. Direfleet Daredevil, similarly, that's another one. So I think this is what we'll submit. Pulse isn't super helpful. This is probably fine. We will play first. And we will keep this. And we're going to start with the Badlands. Casting Thoughtseize. Now, if he plays something like a Blood Moon, or if he's going to be able to play something like a Blood Moon, I don't think we care. Interesting. We're going to take the Griselbrand. Turn 2, I'm looking at Catacombs, get Forest, Zenith for Deathrite Shaman. They're going to fire this off? They are. They're going to go Preordain. All right. You do you, buddy. Pretty soon we want to start whittling their hand down with this Kolaghan's command. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we want to keep the Daredevil. In case we happen upon that Golgari Charm line, we want to keep that Daredevil in our hand. Ooh, that's interesting. I I think I do want to fire this off now. Let's go ahead and get basic force, just in case there is a blood moon coming at some point. I don't want to be caught unawares with that. Let's see what their preordain helped them find. Intuition. Okay. Well, we are going to take. So we've got Intuition Island Tarn Tomb. All right. We've got to try to grind their hand down. So I think next turn we're going to be firing off this Kolaghan's command. Let's see what they do. Maybe ponder first. Interesting. They're going to keep their ponder. Okay. Interesting. We don't have a great second mode for this Kolaghan's command yet. So they found a brainstorm. Oh, they found an. Oh, intuition. What am I saying? We know they have intuition. Um, so we know they have Island Tarn Ponder. Something else. I guess whatever they get off the intuition is going to tell me what they have in hand. I'm pretty sure we're going to be dead. Show and tell. Okay. Really wish we had the Golgari Charm in hand. Or the Reclamation Sage. We're going to get mildly clever here, and we're going to cast our own intuition. In case their hand is not... Because I doubt they've got the Emrakul and the intuition. Or sorry, the Emrakul and the omniscience. So let's see... So we're going to let that resolve. Gristlebrand. I'm going to target intuition. Not sure yet what I'm getting with intuition. It might be Edict, Eternal Witness. I don't really have enough mana for all that, but we're gonna see. Okay. That's fine. So he's probably digging for a Force of Will at this point. Okay. You get an intuition, I get an intuition, everybody gets an intuition. All right. So let's see. Is there anything better I can do than Edict, Edict? Eternal Witness. It takes too long to also go for the Volrath Stronghold right now. But that is probably it. And this might even take a little too long. If I draw... Oh, and I don't have double green. Because, like, I can't draw a tower and have that. Alright, we need to make sure we don't get screwed off of a top deck Blood Moon. So... we're going to get the Edict back. You get one attack. Deciding whether to pay 7 or not. I should do it again. Pay another 7. You don't have the balls to pay another 7. Okay. There's a good chance we're still going to be dead. Because I'm highly doubting that we're going to be able to resolve this Diabolic Edict. Okay. I'm sure they're going to attack me. Yep. Okay, they're going to preordain. Three of their show and tells are down. So they'd have to get pretty lucky to get their omniscience down. They probably just have to protect this Griselbrand. Which means my best draw is going to be Thoughtseize or Cabal Therapy. But unfortunately, what they can do is they can, if their force is not in their hand, they can let, oh, okay. Now that they've done that, it's going to be a lot harder. Now Thoughtseize is better. If they had waited to draw their 7, if I Thoughtseize or Cabal Therapy them, they can let that resolve and then draw another 7. But as it stands, that is no longer an option to them. Yeah, we didn't just sideboard out any discard spells. Only 3 mana away from hardcasting Omniscience. That could be a problem. But I think I have to deal with, but if I don't deal with the Griselbrand, then that's not yet a problem. They found another show and tell. Oh, good lord. Do they have the Emrakul? I mean, I have nothing to put in. Wow. Okay, well, I think we're dead, folks. Because even if they don't, yeah, they're going to discard an island. We have to assume it's one of the islands we know about. Yeah, there's at least one with the picture that we know about. They also had Cunning Wish. And they discard a Sneak Attack. And the irony is that we drew the discard spell. That is funny. So we definitely don't have a way to get rid of the Griselbrand, assuming that they kept that one. I would assume they'd keep the Emrakul. It's really unfortunate. Well, let's take the Force of Will, if we can. Okay. Still have another one, Spell Pierce, yada yada yada, it doesn't matter. Out of curiosity, I want to know which one they would sacrifice. This is a spot where if we actually did have something like a crop rotation for a needle, or sorry, for a Karakas, if we were playing a crop rotation build, would get a lot better. But the combo decks definitely still present Nick Fit with problems. We have some tools, but we couldn't quite put them together. And they did manage to find their 4th show and tell off of the Griselbrand draws, so that is unfortunate. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and pack this one in. All right, well, our record is now 1-2, so we're gonna have to win out to make our money back. So we will see you guys and folks for round number 4.